What's poppin', fam? Welcome to Don't Touch My Mindset, a podcast that is designed to uplift, inspire, and motivate you, and most importantly, share tools to help you protect that mindset. I feel really good for this one. I'm super excited for this one. I came to this super inspired. Happy Mindset Day. Happy Wednesday. I'm your host, Jay Chase. Thank you so much for rocking with me. We're back with a brand new mindset. Hopefully you've enjoyed last week's episode. You've taken some principles from that and applied it to your daily life, your daily work, your daily adjustments, right? We are rocking. We're almost done with the month of June. We're almost done with the second quarter of the year. How are you looking? How are you tracking your progress? We're here to help. We're here to support. I was like, what can I really bring to the listeners in this midway, halfway point through the year that's going to help them flip the switch? That's going to kick it into go mode. Some people are getting a little stagnant. Some people are becoming a little complacent. Some people are looking for the next problem to solve, right? And some people are looking for a little bit of inspiration. So I wanted to bring to you today 5 abilities that will strengthen your mindset for the rest of the year and give you a head start on 2025. Jay, it's June. We're not even going to talk about summer. Chill. You can use these mindsets, these abilities today, and it will just get you a head start. It'll probably put you in the head of the class of whoever you're around when you start strengthening these 5 abilities that we're going to explore today. I love it. If anything resonates from this episode, please rate, review, share it with a friend. Tag us on Instagram at TheJChase or at Don't Touch My Mindset. We're always here to listen. Give us suggestions for the next mindset. Anything you're struggling with, drop it in the DMs and read the show notes. We got Amplify that's coming up. We got the 90-day personal growth challenge open enrollment that's coming up July 1st. So we got a lot of things going, kicking off. But yeah, let's rock. So I want to start off with a quote, like I always do. And today's quote comes from Warren Buffett. Investing in yourself is the most valuable investment you can make. Now, Warren Buffett is a money mogul, right? Like financial guru, or like one of the richest men in the world. So, and he says the most valuable investment you can make is the investment in yourself. And so I'm here to ask you, what does that investment in yourself actually look like? What does that look like in your day-to-day? How are you investing in yourself? And if you take time to develop the 5 abilities that I'm going to map out for you today, you will be positively investing in yourself. And I promise you that your personal development, your personal growth, your professional growth, your professional development, your leadership development is part of that investment in yourself. That's part of it. And so when you learn, mold, practice, and apply these abilities that we're going to go over today, you're going to be actively making investments in yourself. Like, I needed to learn these abilities in order to be the best version of myself and bring myself to the podcast. So the first ability I need you to take heed on and take time to start developing is the ability to absorb. And that means feeling, like being able to absorb today. Don't miss today, but absorb it. Like not missing out on the right now. Be understanding of what's going on. Be present in your life. Like absorb everything that happens around you, how you feel, what you see, the colors of today, the sky. Absorb the sounds. Absorb it all and embrace and immerse yourself in the moment. It's about fully experiencing and appreciating the current moment that you're in, the current season that you're in. Absorb this moment, right? Be mindful of how you're navigating this season of life. So practice mindfulness exercises daily. Like Take time to meditate, take time to breathe, take time to go on a walk without your phone, whatever it may do. Take a few minutes every day to appreciate your surroundings without distractions. Leave your phone behind. Take a walk. Pay attention to everything you see and hear. That's probably the most valuable thing you can do in order to be present, is pay attention. Like, in such a fast-paced world, our world is always moving, changing, evolving. Pay attention to what happens around you, right? I remember a time I was so caught up in my plans and worrying about like the things that needed to happen, the problems I was solving, the people I was making happy, that I started to miss out on the beauty around me, and I had to slow down. Sometimes that requires taking a walk without my phone, logging off of Instagram, getting off the social medias. That simple act of being present can make you feel more connected and appreciative of life's little moments. Develop the ability to absorb. Number 2, develop the ability to respond. They say knowledge is power, but the ability to respond intelligently is a gift. It's about being in tune with your emotions and knowing how to respond to situations effectively. This is one of the main points that I teach in our mentorship program. Adaptability, being able to understand yourself, understand others, and then recognize what the situation needs and adapt effectively. Being able to respond, not react, not go off your knee-jerk reaction, but understand like, yo, does this situation need more of me or less of me? Am I responding effectively? How does this make me feel? Like, really feel the feelings in it. And I know if any of my macho men are listening to this, you're like, Jay, what are you talking about feelings for? But once you start to master your ability to respond to situations, not reactively, not like a supernova that's about to explode, but respond in a place that adds value, you're going to be able to start mastering your mindset and the things that influence your mindset. So, of course, practical tips. Develop emotional intelligence through self-awareness and empathy. Regularly check in with yourself to understand how you're feeling and why. Like, when you really get in tune with yourself, you develop this ability to respond better to situations and others. Practice actively listening and thoughtful responses. When someone is speaking, focus on their words and emotions before formulate your response. Don't listen to react. Listen for understanding. I always say that I believe I exist to lead from generosity and unconditional love, but follow with care and understanding. That's me mastering the ability to respond. Right? There's for some of you, there could be a situation at work where a colleague is frustrated. Instead of reacting defensively, take a moment to understand their perspective and respond with empathy. So no longer react defensively, respond with empathy. This approach can diffuse the tension and lead to a constructive conversation. Like, learning the ability to respond can make challenging relationships better and difficult relationships good, right? Number 3, I think, is probably the most important, the ability to reflect. And this comes easier to some than others. This is a learned practice, right? Because reflection often turns your experience into insight, helping you understand yourself better and your experiences better. You can extract lessons out of times of reflection. So it's about learning from your past to invest into your future. Like Warren Buffett said when I started this episode, the best investment you can make in yourself is in yourself. So daily journaling to note significant events and thoughts, writing down experiences helps you process and understand them better. This can be as simple as looking at your journal and writing down 2 questions. What did I love about today? And what did I learn from today? You know, my fiance and I are really, really good about sitting down at the table, and I want to say more her than I, but asking us, what was your high? What was your low? What did you love? What did you learn? And being able to go through that and reflect, and then I'm able to pull lessons out of the things that I've been through on a daily level. right? Set aside time regularly to reflect on your actions and your outcomes. This is super important because our actions equal our outcomes. If we're just reflecting on the actions and how we responded to the situation, but not looking at the outcome of the situation. Did I get what I want? Is this what I projected? Did it go in the right direction? Right? Reflect on the outcomes. Use this time to think about what went well and what could be improved. And then you'll be able to take that insight and move it into a principle or a lesson moving forward. Like reflecting on my journey with Don't Touch My Mindset, I realized that the most impactful episodes were those I shared personal stories and lessons. This reflection helped me improve the content and connect more deeply with you guys that listen. So it's not about reflecting and keeping it. It's about reflecting and using it, right? Number 10 is my favorite, not the most important, but my favorite, right? The ability to reflect. Number 3 is the most important, but number 4 is my favorite. The ability to act now. The ability to act is the objective of life. We're supposed to act, we're supposed to be, do, have, and act decisively. It's about taking action when the idea is fresh and the emotion is strong. When the idea is at the top of the mind, when it's hot and the emotion is strong. That's the best time to take action. Not hasty action if not required, but act quickly. Act as soon as possible, pronto. It's time to put those ideas and emotions into fruition. Otherwise, we suffer from the law of diminishing intent. I intend to do this, and then a week later, the intent is a little less. And then a month later, it's very hard to find that idea. And then a year later, it doesn't even exist anymore. So I challenge you to act now. Act now. Set clear, actionable goals and take immediate steps towards them. Break your goals down into smaller tasks and tackle them one at a time. If you need help with this, get enrolled in the 90-Day Personal Growth Challenge. It's completely free to you, and we just help you achieve your goals. That's it. When I decided to start Don't Touch My Mindset, it was from a challenge. It was from me acting now. Imperfect action is better than the law of diminishing intent. And that's something that I pride myself on, is that I know how to take imperfect action, but then I take it back to the ability to reflect and wind down that action to what does work, what can be improved, and what needs to go. And lastly, the ability to share. Sharing what you learn expands your capacity for growth. And this is going to strengthen your mindset the most when you share what you're learning. Why? Because when you pass along the information, somebody else gets to hear it, but then you also get to hear it again. If you pass it along to 10 people, they get to hear it once, you get to hear it 10 times. You get to do it. You get to make sure that it's sticking with you. You get to reflect on it often. You get to learn more about it. You get to ingrain it in your mind, right? It's about making room for new experiences by passing along what you've learned. Let me ask you, can you pour more water into a full glass? Right? If a cup is full of water, can you pour more water into it? The answer is yes. You just have to pour out what was in it. And pouring out knowledge makes room for new experiences. Sharing helps you reinforce your own learning and benefits. When you pour out what you've learned, you're able to take in more. Your capacity expands. We want more capacity. We want to be able to take on more, but we need growth, and we're hanging on to information too long. We either use it or we don't, and we dispose of it. So pour out more. And if it's good information, pass it along. Teach or mentor others. Always. If you have the chance to be a positive influence in somebody's life, pour out and share the knowledge that you've learned, and that only helps others, but it also reinforces your own learning. Like I've said, sharing your experiences and insights through writing, speaking, or social media, using these platforms to reach an audience and create a positive impact allows you to take in more. Sharing my experiences through this podcast has been incredibly rewarding. People get to tell me, oh, Jay, you changed my life. You put me on this book. You shared what you learned with me. Now you got me started. And I get the praise for that. So I know that this is a lot, but I want you to be able to take this in and say, yo, I want to pass this information on to you. So let's recap the 5 abilities to develop to strengthen your mindset. 1, the ability to absorb, the ability to respond, the ability to reflect, the ability to act, and the ability to share. These are all extremely important abilities, but when you start to practice them, it will strengthen your mindset and how you approach situations, how you approach life, how you show up to work. It'll be different. Start developing these mindsets now, these abilities now. I challenge you to get signed up for the 90-day personal growth challenge and run after your dreams. They will transform your life. Spend more time working on yourself than you do at your job. The payoff is more. I promise you that the payoff is more. I used to believe that if I took care of others, they'd take care of me. Now I'm going to take care of myself for them. As long as they take care of themselves for me. It's about investing in yourself. It's about working on yourself. It's about developing your skills and your abilities to be the best version of you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for rocking with me. I hope this episode has inspired you. I hope it has uplifted you. I hope it has shed some light on where you could use some personal growth and start applying effort, time, and energy so you know that you're worth everything that you're chasing. I love you guys. We are back next week with a brand new We're almost done with season 6. We're almost done. Check the show notes. We are in North LA, July 26th, 27th for Amplify. Super excited about that. Thank you guys. Please rate, review. If anything resonated with this episode, share it with a friend. I love you. Until next time, stay focused, stay inspired, stay connected, and please, 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 don't let anyone touch your mindset.